This question is for all of you. Lots of people will watch this film sadly at home because of the coronavirus, and some of its values, like the visual details or the use of sound and music, will be lost in a way. So, do you see it as an inconvenience or as an opportunity to discover new values and new benefits of the film?
I mean, ultimately, I think we're just happy that people can, just as storytellers, we just want our people to experience the story. So we're thrilled to have both avenues open for folks. Obviously, the film, we didn't adjust our expectations for the movie or any of our artistic decisions based on format. You know, we obviously we started making the film when it was going to be exclusively a theatrical release. So and that never changed during the course of making the film. So that said, I think we're very excited that people have both formats, you know, because even in America, Los Angeles, the theaters aren't open yet. Hopefully they will be by March 5th, but you never know. So I think it's the best possible outcome to have for the most people to be able to see the film. So we actually really couldn't be happier.
There's something really nice and special about seeing it on a big screen, but there's also something really nice and special being able to see it in your living room with your family and have that movie experience, and then, you know, see it again and again and tell your friends to watch it. So it's nice to know that we'll have both.
Okay, so I want to ask you about the action sequences, because in Empire you said that they were inspired by John Wick films, and that you even had to cut some of the footage because then it wouldn't be PG. So why was the action so important in the creative process?
Well, I mean, as far as genres, I mean, that was always part of this. It was going to be, you know, an action adventure fantasy film. So I think just as fans of action films, you know, we got to indulge our sort of influences. But you know, we also just as hopefully responsible filmmakers knew that nothing's obligatory. There was no like insert action scene here. You know, each action scene had to develop character and also move the story forward. And in the three fights that Raya and Namari have throughout the film, they were kind of instrumental in sort of moving the character's arc, especially Raya's arc, forward. So they all had deep story meaning, but fortunately they're also really cool. And that's a testament to our animators, to Kui, who is one of our fight coordinators, and just everybody's desire to, you know, within the boundaries of our PG rating, take as much advantage of these cool fight scenes. I think we're all hoping, I don't know, you know, just as a kid, I remember seeing Star Wars, I remember seeing Raiders of the Lost Ark. And obviously you would buy the toys and you have the action figures, but you would also play those characters. I mean, you know, and with your friends, and you're jumping off of furniture and wrestling and swinging on ropes, and you're putting yourself in the perspective of those characters. So I hope that happens with this movie as well, safely. Nobody gets hurt, but you know, I think that's one of the coolest things about this movie is it takes you back to your and even working in animation, it puts you're constantly being reminded of your childhood influences, and it comes into the films.
Okay, so it's very quickly. Would you like to return to Commandra in the future?
You mean like a sequel or like?
Namari returns.
Yeah, I look. Here's the thing: anytime you reach this point of a film, right before it goes out into the world, you've grown so attached to the characters. Like they're so real. Like they're not, you know, corporate icons that go on lunchbox, whatever. I mean, they're real, living, breathing characters, and so I think we've all enjoyed spending time with them. And the world of Kumandra certainly is big and vast enough that it could contain many different stories. So I will leave it right there. That's probably a good place to leave it.
Yeah.
I think there's more stories to tell. We'll put it that way.
Absolutely.